Countdown coming in live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm Kim Butler.
I'm Breyon Satchel.
Oh my God, I can get used to this shit. Oh, this week gonna be a little fun.
Yeah,
okay,
this
this is gonna be a little fun. I know last week was kind of heavy, deep, dark, and disciplined, child. This week is gonna be fun, loving, and caring. And I decided to give a little bit of fashion today.
I like that shit.
Went back into my roots. Thank you. I love your outfit.
Thank you. I love your outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so weird how we both kind of wore silk.
I know, ain't that crazy?
When I seen, I thought that was somebody's outfit that was already in the
No.
room.
This is my outfit. You should have known by the color, by the cut, by the boot. You should have known it was me.
Oh wait,
Uh-huh.
what size you wear?
And what?
What size
You
you
think
wear
I'm
in
supposed to say
general?
that? Oh well, you know I lost like 70 pounds. Something.
Right.
But now I'm probably like in shirts. I could wear like a medium large. Get away with. Oh, shoe definitely 11.
Really?
Big girl feet.
That
Yeah.
look like an 8.
I'm glad you think it's an 8 though.
Oh my God.
I'm glad. I'm glad they look small enough to be 8. I'm glad. So glad. I think it's because of heel. But anyway.
I think it is because it's a
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Because, but that was
Yeah, they're 11. 11.
they-
Anyway,
Yes.
this episode is entitled I'm Tired. Now, Bree, what are you tired of?
I'm tired of I'm tired of a lot. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to start.
You don't know where
I'm
to start?
tired of people not taking accountability.
Woo, that's a big one. Well, some people don't have self-reflection, and that's why they have a problem with taking accountability. But go ahead.
Because it's like people just don't like they will do certain things, and they know they're in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you won't take accountability for what you just did or what you just said out your mouth. You want to play around like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't like stuff like that.
So what did somebody say to you? What happened? Fuck them. Go ahead, tell it.
I was talking to somebody. They actually they lived in Philly, but they grew up in New York, ironically. So we here. And it's like, I was talking to this guy. He was older. And I'm just like, older, you might be better. No. Stuck in your ways. I'm just tired of people being stuck in their ways. It's okay to change. Have a metamorphosis. Evolve. It's all right. If you want to be the age that you're at right now and you want to be stuck like that, then you can be stuck like that. Okay?
And doing the things that you're doing that's childish.
Until you pass and you have nothing to leave behind. It's like I'm just tired of people just not wanting to do better for themselves when you can see potential in them.
Woo.
And they can be something better than what they are. And it's not like you pushing yourself on them. It's like, bro, like I know you can be better than this. I know you can do this. So why aren't you doing it?
Yeah.
And then it becomes a thing where it's like, now you're the problem because you're trying to push them to be better.
But I think that people also have to be ready. One thing I'm getting rid of is staying in the middle of guys' work that for your ass that you got to do.
Listen.
Because I think, sometimes we can try to be a savior, but we saving them from learning God's lesson. God trying to knock you on your head for a reason. And I'm in your way by trying to help you out, by trying to make you skip over a lot of steps. Like a lot of people come back to me be like, damn, I wish I would have listened to you. I was in jail because you told me not to do this and you told me not to do that. And I did the opposite. But listen, you had to do what you had to do because you felt like that was the right move for you. So maybe God was trying to teach you something. Because I've been hard-headed before and I had to hit it on my head.
Yes.
And a lot of times I had to look back at my life and say, well, God was trying to deliver you and try to make you go another way, but you chose to go that way.
And
so
those
you got to
lessons
live with
aren't
those
pretty.
consequences. Right.
Them lessons ain't pretty.
Oh, no.
Like
No.
God already told me I couldn't be with this person. I still try to push.
Ooh.
Try to push.
Why? Why did you try to push?
Because, all right, honestly, I'll try to push
Let's
because
be real.
I feel like I didn't want to mess with nobody else.
Mm.
I like to mess with one person.
And the thing about this culture, and that's another thing that I'm going to talk about a lot of people like to fuck and suck and then move on to the next one instantly. It's not even a thing where it's like they'll wait a little bit. It's like we literally, that's why I don't succumb to them apps because I know me personally, I would get like, I know I ain't allowed to say kill, but I don't play with that fuck and duck stuff. Do you hear me? Camera, move me closer. I don't fuck with that fuck and duck stuff. I'm going to tell you one time and then we'll go back into what I'm tired of.
Okay.
Right? One time I had somebody that was kind of like trying to do me like that. But the one thing is that you can't fuck everybody real good like that. You know what I mean? Because when you do, they get crazy. And I know me, I get dickmatized a lot. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because I just always been like that. I've been the person that gets dickmatized. That's why I don't have too many partners.
How did that happen?
Because I get crazy. Like this one guy, like God rest his soul, he passed away. You might, all the gays know him, child. Dwayne, God forgive me for talking about the dead. But anyway.
He had a stronghold on you.
Woo, baby. I remember the date. That's how stronghold that was. September 8th, 2008. And I ain't remember that just because it was 2008 and the date was the 8th. Let's just put it like that. It was raining. I did a no call, no show because it was that deep. And I got fired from Armani. I was working for Armani at the time and I got fired because that deep was that good.
Oh my God.
And I didn't know what to do with myself because I tried to call him after that. He answered the phone. And then the second time I called back, some boy answered the phone and said, this is his boyfriend. Ooh. And I said, I didn't ask you that. I asked for Dwayne. And then he said, I guess he was so taken back because I was so bold with it. But I didn't care. What that again? And this is the reason which made me so toxic. And to every ex that I've had, I apologize to you guys because the problem ain't y'all, it's me.
Oh, I don't apologize.
Oh, no, because you are a good boy. So people really be fucking you over. Not saying it like that, but you know what I mean? I know I'm the toxic one and I've been through a lot of shit in my life and I don't have trust issues. I have pattern issues. Like
we talked about the patterns.
But
I believe
it's like,
patterns.
so when I see patterns, I act on them instead of like talking them out. So sometimes I'm gonna be honest, my crazy Libra ticking and it might not be them, it's me. You know what I mean? It's my thinking.
I feel like I had that.
Yeah, I just react off of what I think instead of what's actually happening. Yeah. So, and then I have like, I think because of my foster care-ish stuff, I have like detachment issues. Wow. I can detach to something really fast.
So it came from childhood.
Yeah, of course. I know exactly where my trauma come from. I ain't one of them girls. Okay, I know exactly where it's coming from. And when people be like, I feel like I can't get to you, and I understand why because I don't attach myself to it because it's going to go anyway. That's how I felt, and that's how I grew up. You know what I mean? I had neglect issues, so I'll neglect it before it neglects me. Wow. Anyway,
oh, so you one of them? So you are toxic?
Oh yeah,
you was somebody I ran into before in a different body.
Toxic. Oh yeah, I'm. Toxic,
I don't like them.
I'm toxic.
Yada,
like if toxic was here, I'm like here.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like extremely toxic. Okay. Every ex I've ever had, I broke their soul.
Why?
Yeah, just because I felt like it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm working on it. That's why I don't do relationships.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Well, I don't do situationships, but that's why I've been by myself a lot because I know I'm fucked up.
You know what I don't like is that people fall in love with me within 2 weeks.
Well, they do me too, but I just let them fall in love with me.
But is that weird?
No, that's just our spirit and our soul.
You know what it is? I really think so because there's only a few people I know. They was like, how many weeks? I said 2. Yeah. You don't even have to have sex with them. You can just they can be in your presence and they be like, and I'm like, I already know what you're about to say.
Okay, so can I reel it back real quick to that situation with the situationship and kind of why I act like that? But at the time, I do remember the boy. So when that happened, I called my friend up and I said, I know he gonna be at the club. They on their way to the club because he in the shower. I know. That's how dickmatized I was. So I went down there, bust the windows out his car, and I wrote, "Fuck me again or die." And I really meant that on his car and a key.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yada.
And I pray they can hear your reaction to that. Ain't this wrong?
Oh my God.
Because I did. I was really upset. And he had tabernacle tattooed on his neck. And yeah. And I wanted him to come outside, but he was so scared of me. I ain't talked to him since he died. And that was when I found him. I was looking for him for years, decades.
Yada.
Yeah, I know.
And you said you what now? What did you write on his card?
Fuck me again or die.
And he did what?
And he died.
Oh my gosh. See,
but that was decades later.
But
you know what I mean?
It's power. It's life and death and the power of the time.
Yeah, but like it is.
No.
But that's why
I'm just saying.
Didn't I say we was gonna get this stuff on this podcast? I told y'all we was gonna get into it. But then, okay, so let me get into what I'm tired of. Okay. Since we get into the I'm tired thing, right? So I'm tired of people doubting me, right? I remember when people doubted me the most, right? I was like 300 and some odd pounds, right? I was doing it. That's when that Nene Leaks the Read session thing came up. Now, listen to me. This might go a little viral a little bit because this is my first time talking about it and ain't nobody know. So I think for me during that time, I was in such a dark place. And I want to apologize to Tyra Banks because I said some evil shit. That was evil, what I said about that lady.
Oh, yeah, because they was in them comments tearing
They was tearing me up.
But you know what I was saying?
I know you agreed with them, didn't you?
No.
Not agree, but you know, tell me what you thought about it.
Every time something happened, I was on YouTube going off under them comments.
But listen, okay, a lot of people was upset because I said something about I don't even think it was the Tyra Banks thing. I just think it was just sitting there.
It was just in general, just sitting with her.
Right.
That energy.
The energy.
And not even just, I don't think it was really you per se. I feel like it was like the others too. Like they were just messy. Yeah. I don't feel like you were the messiest one. I feel like you were just, I feel like you were you.
I was myself, but you got to think about it. But they didn't know that. I had done reality TV and but before this, because now I ain't humble no more. Fuck that. I'm here, girls. I'm that bitch now. You can't tell me shit. This is my platform, okay? But before, I've always stepped into rooms very humble, not saying I'm kin from this or I've done this and I've done that. I've never been that type of person. Like, I said before, I went from like at Kim Kardashian house and went back to work at Sweet Green.
Yo, you really did. And that was
literally trippy. So for me, to other people, that's a big deal. And people don't do that. I don't care. I can live in both worlds. I walk down this motherfucking street and be like, I want to job at McDonald's if I want to job at McDonald's. If I want to hang out with the Kardashians, I'm going to hang out with the Kardashians. That's just me. So I've always been that type of person. So when that idea came up with Nene, and first of all, I want to thank my girl Nene for giving me an opportunity at 300 and some odd pounds when nobody else would even think to do anything with me. I've heard something from other people who told me your body is what your career would look like. And if you fat, you ain't going to get shit. But if you look good and you work out and you're skinny, you're going to get everything. And as we know.
Not true.
Oh, so maybe so. A little bit. But anyway.
I don't think that. The reason why I say that's not true, to piggyback off of that, is because it's off, like Lizzo. You see what I'm saying? Even though that's a different type of world.
Yeah, but she gonna lose weight and then she gonna be like the biggest thing ever since sliced pie and some years later.
You think so?
I know so.
Oh,
she gonna get like the rest of them, like Adele and the rest of them.
Like Jennifer Hudson.
Oh, they all do the same thing. It's a cycle.
I ain't gonna say that.
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead.
I feel like when they lose weight, their head get bigger.
Because the pockets get fatter too. Because the opportunities. Let's just say in general, and like we talked about this before, like with my weight loss, like first of all, I lost weight juicing. I didn't work out this time though. Like on the show, I lost like 60 some odd pounds.
Yeah.
But this time I lost weight. I lost, I did it juicing. I didn't really fast like that, but I made everything natural. If it came out of can, I didn't eat it. If it, come out of jar, I don't drink it. You know what I mean? I have to literally juice it myself, make it myself, cook it myself. All my herbs, I make myself. Dressings, everything, make myself.
Oh yeah, I see everything you do.
Yeah.
I was like, I want that juice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my juices, it hit something. You know what I mean? It be hitting for something, and I'm gotta make you something. I gotta make the world something.
Please,
let's just say that.
I told you about.
Yeah, they gold mine. But anyway, back to what I was saying is just that when you're thinner, first of all, when you're bigger, I want to say you have to add on an extra amount of confidence because you know that the world is going to come at you. But naturally, I don't mean this to be wrong, but you're putting on that confidence because you don't want anybody to say anything about it. You can't call a bitch fat if she calling her own self fat and eating, doing sloppy shit.
Right.
But to be successful, I think now because the internet, they loved realness now.
They do.
So it's easy to adapt to that. But the industry wants you to fit in a certain mold and they want to fit in a certain type of place. So when you're thinner, you can fit in those molds and those pockets. When you're bigger, you really can't fit in those. That's why I said that. And I know to now, like, honestly, I'm not going to say opportunities like these, but I wasn't really getting a lot of opportunities when I was bigger. I had to go back and work a regular job after the show and I gained all that weight back. I gained almost 200 pounds extra before I went on the show. So after I left and people thought I was just this fun and I just disappeared and just didn't give a fuck about blogging anymore.
I noticed that though.
But I gained weight back.
I noticed that.
That was it. I gained all of the weight back plus more. And it took me a year to really lose the weight on my own terms. This wasn't for an opportunity. This was just because I was just tired.
But guess what?
What?
We did it.
I did it. Period. And I can teach other bitches how to do it too. So whatever. Anyway, the thing is too, I wanted to go back to that Tyra Banks thing. I called Tyra Banks Tyra Cruz at the time. And I just felt like she was, but see, I was doing the same shit. You got to think about it. Like I was pleasing to white. Can we be real?
Yeah.
We can talk?
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to appease to the white people so I could get the white money. So Tyra Banks does the same thing. But at the time I was upset. Well, Nene, I think she had her own thing because I think Tyra Banks had this time, she said something about, about housewives not being on the thing. But to me, the Dancing with the Stars at the time. But I believe that the housewives are, and I might get a lot of whatever for it, but I don't even care. And I done built like Teflon Don now on the inside, so I don't care. But to me, I guess it's to me, housewives are the celebrities of this culture. There's no more celebrity. Like we always talk about, influencers are dead now. Like it's done. Like all of that is done. People are focused on the Krishans and all of that. I seen a girl go crazy. I seen when I was in LA, a certain celebrity had walked past, and it was a very big name. People would be like, "Oh my God." And the Krishan walking across Hollywood Boulevard, and people losing their shit. So for me, it has changed so much to where celebrity cultures is no celebrity culture. It's not even influencer culture. It's just realness culture. Whoever tell their business the most, whoever keep their business on social media the most is the most popular at the moment. That's just where the culture is. When you talking about Zeus versus basketball wise is on right now, all I hear everybody talk about is Natalie and Zeus. So it's just the culture is just shifting, just like how it was when it was celebrity at one point in time. People were really focused on the celebrity. Then the influencer was coming. And then when the influencer came, the celebrity was no more. So that's just that on that. But going back to that Nene thing, thank you, Nene, for giving me opportunity. And to everybody else. Say it again?
I said, thank you, girl.
Thank you, girl. Yeah, thank you, girl. Thank you, girl, for the opportunity. I love you very much. We still keep in contact. The guys, not so much. I love them drastically. And the reason why I went so hard at certain people was because they didn't really have a platform like I did. Like I was already on TV. I was already kind of known.
Yeah, when that happens,
go ahead.
When you add other people that never really had a platform in addition to what you're doing, do you feel like they can act a little extra because they never really been on that platform? I'm just saying. I mean,
I think that's what was coming across to other people because I think that they thought that this is what I have to say to get the moment going. I think they felt like they had to agree with her. There was a lot of things that you guys didn't see that we recorded that I definitely didn't agree with that Nene did. Like, I ain't going to say no names, but I'm going to just speak on it a little lightly. I think in the Tory Lanez incident that happened with Megan, it was big at the time.
Yes.
And I had a different approach than Nene did. You know what I mean? And it was just a different approach because I was coming from a man's perspective and a male's perspective.
Right.
And she was coming from a woman's perspective. Obviously, we couldn't. I don't know why she didn't put it, but I think she didn't because it would have been nasty. If they reacted to Tyra Banks and all that shit nasty, I could only imagine
what this would have been
what that would have been like.
Especially because what came out.
Yeah. And I think that also with her, I think she was also protecting us in a way where she wasn't protecting herself because I think her putting that group together was more about us, and that's why she was defending us like the way she was. And I think a lot of other people were upset because they felt like, "Why I ain't in the room? I've been doing this for decades." And
because you're not in the room.
Well, they wasn't in the room because they wasn't in the room, child. But that offends some people. But to me, I create my own opportunity. I don't give a fuck about no doors that's open for another bitch.
And you're supposed to.
I was writing other people like, "Y'all want to be a part of the show?" I asked her. Girl, I'll text her right now and tell her to let you in the door. But whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I wish everybody the best. I'm praying for everybody. And the funky bitch that had a comment, the funky Daniva bitch that I went off on, bitch, I don't even say I'm sorry, but, I wish you the best. And your headline, too, for it to come back.
You know what?
Because it's gone. And I don't think it's coming back. But I pray to God that it did do. You know what I mean? So you can stop doing them baldies and you can actually have some hair like this.
You know what?
Anyway, God forgive me. This is going to be... Well, I told you we was going to get to the fuckery too. So, whatever. Anyway, so what are you tired of?
I'm tired of lying ass niggas.
Girl, what are you going through? Because I really would like to know what is going on. Because you keep bringing up these niggas every time we talk about tired. So
I feel like everybody's tired.
What's the last situation? Everybody's tired of what?
Everybody's tired of people being fake and not stating the truth.
If I want to be a hot ass whore, I need to say I need to be a hot ass whore and just leave the regular people alone that want a relationship.
Yes.
But the thing is, the people that say they want a relationship, they say they want to... I'm talking to myself. They'll say they want a relationship, but then when they get one, they throw the people in the trash. And I do that.
That too.
Oh my God, the last situation I was in when I was in Atlanta, God forgive me for this. But we were in the car. This is going to prove how toxic I am. And I'm glad I'll get to tell the truth. You know what I mean? Y'all get to see the real me. We got in a car accident. And I said, a car accident? I don't get in a car accident. Are you kidding me? And I got out the car and walked down the road because I was upset.
Wait, hold on. How you say you don't get into car accidents? It can be inevitable at some point.
No, but I don't get into car accidents.
I don't crack. Well, you personally, when you drive, you don't get.
No. I don't get. I'm. Discernment is on me.
I got into one car accident.
And I know I shouldn't be saying nothing like that. And God, please, don't help nothing happen to me after this because I know the people thinking like, girl, you're going to get hit which suit you got.
Okay, listen.
But I just feel, I don't know. I just get crazy when I'm in relationships. So that's why I be saying I want one. But then when I get one, I get so irritated. Like even my friend was like busting on me because I would make my partner sleep upstairs. Like,
rephrase that because they don't know what busting mean.
Oh,
Pause.
I forget. That's a Philly word.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, damn. There's so many Philly words.
It sounds derogatory, y'all, but it's not
Let
nasty.
me see what time we got time. We got time.
It's not nasty, y'all. It's a Philly term.
So Philly term is bussing is joking with someone or bussing on them. Or like saying something about, like, let's say somebody goes bust on my shoes, even though they can't. But they could be like, bitch, you got on shoes that don't match your outfit. Like, or bitch, you got on a hat that got a fucking jewel on it. Right. Not busting on you for real, but you know what I mean?
I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah. Like, but no, you're right. You're right. Because they are everywhere. And I know people, whatever.
But I'm just tired. I'm really tired of the, I'm still tired of,
so you speak from the regular person perspective, and I speak for the toxic bitches.
Okay. I'm sick and tired of these white people still acting like they privileged in all that they do. I'm calling a spade a spade.
What call it?
Because it's like the way society is going, if y'all don't know by now, the head's gonna be the tail and the tail's gonna be the head.
Well, I think for me,
it's just weird. I'm sorry. Like I can't, it's like how can y'all still feel like y'all can feel the way y'all feel when in all reality, baby?
I think for me with the whole racism thing,
I just don't like it. It's like I feel like we always have to shut up or we always have to let things slide.
People are more, I don't want to say, I don't think in 2023 moving in 2024 that, like, I don't want to say racism exists because of course it does. But what I'm saying is like, I think it's more prejudice than anything else.
That too.
And going back into like, okay, let me speak on a little bit. And I'm only speaking on it because I was around it. Like with the Nene thing with, I don't want to speak too much on it because that's our personal business. But the stuff with Andy and like the things that were, the accusations at the time that was going on. And I can see a little bit of the issue because when you look at the Brown Girls, franchise, and then you look at the Caucasian girls is a difference between the two. And then obviously I've been a part of white productions before, and that's why I only wanted to work with the white productions because there's a certain amount of, money you get that's different than the other ones. There's a certain amount of leverage, exposures, and all of that stuff. But I'll say in our culture, they only accept it from the ones that are not that way. So let's say like this, right? I got the money,
right?
But I didn't get at the time the exposure from our culture. So let's say like a friend of mine's, I was on E! News, for God's sakes, and nobody gave a fuck. But I was on the Shade Room one time a couple times, but at that time, I was on the Shade Room, and motherfucker was like, oh my God, he's on the Shade Room. She was crying and stuff. And I was like, well, damn, I thought the badge of honor was E! News. But with our culture, we only respect our things.
Yes.
So that's why a lot of times we don't really care about all of that other stuff. And really...
But look how long it took for us to even have that.
Well, that's true.
The Shade Room.
But thank God we're here. And I think now our culture is the only thing that matters. I think that...
We always mattered.
Yeah, we always did.
It's just that they try to put us on the back burner.
We always did, but I think now more so than ever. Like, they have to do what we have to do now to be relevant.
It's not even our culture.
We had to do what they had to do. Like, think about it with your girl, Nikki. You love Nikki. And the thing about it was... She had to go do pop music to be even mentioned in those certain conversations,
Yes,
and gonna come back to hip hop and be like, well, I'm that girl because I did a song with Ariana Grande. Why do we need white validation to validate our black skin and black in our culture? Because think about it like me, if I didn't do that show with them, and let's say I did a random show with Nene, right? Of course, they're on two different spectrums of people, but they wouldn't be like, oh, well, damn, well, oh shit. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't be that thing. And I think for me, because I'm associated with a white show, they think that I got more money. Now, granted, I ain't gonna lie. That was the most money I ever made at that fucking time. Okay? Obviously, after then, I did some things in real estate, and I've been a little successful in the monetary aspect of it. Thank you, Jesus. But people expect me to be something that I'm not, because I had to do what I had to do to get with those people. Being as though around our culture, we have to be greater than them to get half of what they have. Half. We won't even get the full thing. And I know what those checks look like from my friends that are on those other networks and that are opposed to, that network. Right. Now, thank God we have platforms now like Zeus and those people that are paying people fairly that are in our community and really I won't say uplifting our culture, because I know a lot of people feel like whatever, but at least they're getting the opportunity. And going back to the Nene thing again, I have to, because at least she was giving us an opportunity. What other show do you know, that podcast or whatever has other gay men having their opinions? There's no other show that you could ever say that somebody has that they're doing that for. Nope. At least she was giving us a platform. That's where I was coming from. And the thing that made me the most upset, and this is bring it back to us, the thing that upset me the most is the people that had the most to say and the most negative things to say was the people of our community. Like that were in the gay black community. You already know. I had friends calling me saying, well, my friend said that he thinks that this is, and I was like, well, he gay. What other platforms did he have? And think about how many other gay black content creators that doesn't have opportunities on a daily, that just can't do anything, and that just doesn't have the resources and connections or the platform or or anything to do anything. They just trying to make it just like everybody else. They, but let's start uplifting each other in our community, because it's almost like everybody mad because they ain't the one in the room.
It's no upliftment because everybody don't want to be authentic.
Right.
Everybody wants to be somebody else or did something that somebody else did, and then they want to take credit for it.
Right.
Once you become authentically yourself and you figure out what you're here to do, your purpose, because that's what's going to push you into you being authentic.
Amen.
Then you'll understand that everything ain't for you.
Right.
It's just not.
Right.
Everybody wants to be a rapper. Everybody wants to be this and that. How about you? Maybe you're supposed to be a doctor.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You put yourself in situations where it's like, now you gotta struggle for this. You gotta almost die for this. You feel what I'm saying?
But see, that's the problem and I'll speak to myself. That's why when people look at and say, why did Ken get that and you didn't? Because I'm willing to die behind it.
I know sacrifice.
I make sacrifices to get where I have to go. I know the work ethic that it takes to be successful. So that's why when you say, Ken just quit everything and just be like, whatever, because I know I got the sauce.
Exactly.
For real. In real life. So I know that I can take that work ethic and that hustle and apply that to anything.
And not only that, let me slide this up in there.
Go ahead.
When you're working with the Most High, the Lord.
Ooh, come on.
Baby, it's nothing without him. Baby, with him, you could do anything.
Anything.
And he'll turn something around real quick.
But the one thing is, too, I want to speak to this because I don't like people laying comfortable in that.
Oh, yeah, of course not.
Adding that with whatever if you're religious, whether you're a universal person, whatever, that higher power that you have, apply hustle with that.
You gotta, it's half and half.
Take that and put that hustle in that, because I know so many people that say God, Bible scriptures and everything, but they ain't got a pot to piss in. They going through things, and there's nothing wrong with having hope and having prayer. But let's decide that hustle when we on that earth, that we got to put our footsteps in place.
Because faith without works is dead. A lot of people speak. You can speak a lot,
that,
but when it comes to it, you have to meet him halfway. He's not about to do everything for you.
That. People forget that.
Yes.
They forget about the work that you have to do. They get into the play too much, and they get into the words of the things that you got to do. And they don't apply no hustle.
No,
they don't put no work in.
No,
they just do whatever they got to do. And see, sometimes I forget about the glitz and the glare. I forget about this shit. I'm just now this year saying, girl, we got the when this opportunity came up, I say, okay, we got to do it. You know what I mean? I got to do it. I got to
But
get
you know,
this.
when that strike on the opportunity,
Come on.
it's a difference. Sometimes it's meant for you to sit back and just recollect your thoughts.
Yeah, because I had to. Especially after, if I couldn't imagine getting this
around the time
with that Nene stuff. I couldn't imagine. I wasn't in the headspace, especially after the backlash. Because I think the backlash is what made me lose weight. Because I moved to Florida right after that. And it made me kind of decompress. And I had to leave Atlanta altogether because it was just becoming really toxic for me and stressful. So I left at the time, and that was the best decision I ever made in my life, was leaving Atlanta at that time and going to Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the best.
And not only that, too, like, you never know. People be watching you. Spiritual attacks is real. They be having their eye on you and they be conjuring up so much stuff. And the next thing you know, things just don't go the way they're supposed to go.
Yeah. Well,
you know, but, you know, glory be to God, you here.
Glory be to
you
God.
done what you needed to do.
I'm here.
And, okay, so now, what are you, you know, what are you, like, you know?
What?
Like, what are you fed up with?
Oh, fed up with? In terms of relationship?
Just in general. Like, not relationships.
I'm tired of my toxic behavior. I am. I'm tired of my toxic ways. I'm ready to go back to a regular human. Well, lying. It's fun over here. It's fun. It's not fun fucking people's lives up, though.
So do you feel like, since you say you toxic, and I'm talking
extremely
to a toxic person.
Extremely.
Do you feel like, how can I say this? Do you feel like toxic people allow people to stay in a cycle longer than what they're supposed to?
Yes. I do that. You don't
Is it like manipulation?
I think it's that you hurt people's feelings, but you like, I know I'm going to hurt him, but I don't want to hurt him. Dude, there's some goodness in toxicity. Because the reason why you're allowing it to go on for so long is because you don't want to hurt them, but you're going to hurt them even worse once you're dragging them along like that. Like, I know I'm not going to date you like that. I know I'm not serious about you like that. I know that it's not going to go further than tomorrow. And I know that I'm going to be like, whatever, in 2 minutes.
What?
But, yeah, I know instantly. And I make plans and all that.
Really?
Oh, I got to get
I'm a type person.
Bad. It's bad, but I got to get the gab. I'm telling you, we're going to get married. We're going to have this. We're going to do that. I'm a good dreamer. We will sit there and dream.
Oh my
but
gosh.
the thing is, I'm not going to put in the work, emotional work that it's going to take to get me there. I'm never going to do
Y'all
it.
hear this? This is coming from straight from a person that
I'm toxic.
They got their toxic
fuck.
ways. So
Yeah,
understand.
real bad.
Understand, or overstand.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's being talked about.
I'm never going to give you that. Never. And I know that from, I know that I'm never going to give a single soul that, ever. And I go in with the intentions to not do it.
Because I feel like
they'll change their whole life. They'll go to another state for me, everything. I'm like, okay, go ahead.
Really?
Because I'm moving around. I'll be out. I'll be going. I was a city boy.
Bi-coastal.
Yeah, I'm a bi-coastal girl. I always have been. But I think since my mom died, and I say this too. I think I said this in the last episode, was that I didn't leave Philly until my mom passed away. When the week she passed away, I left. My best friend called me and said, "Hey, come on, I got a ticket. Let's go." And actually, I wanted to support him because so much had went on in his life at the time, and so many people around him I felt like was fake ass bitches, and I wanted to give him a real bitch. You know, just show him that we love and support him.
I want to talk about this.
Go ahead, talk about it.
I'm sick and tired of underlining jealous.
Oh,
best
friends, right? Go ahead.
Underlining,
Go ahead.
People obsessed with you and then they copy you. You know what I mean? And
I'm
I
trying
say,
to copy you because they can't do it on your level.
Never. So I'm gonna speak on this. Like, I had this friend, somebody that was supposed to come on here. It just didn't work out because people end up really being fake. And it's like, bro, like, I give you chances at the chances to be yourself, to be real. And it's like, why you want to do the things that I do? And then it's like, I'm trying to bring you on somewhere where it's like, you can actually, have this
elevate
moment.
Yourself,
yeah. But it's like, people can be obsessed with you and you not even know that they're obsessed with you, to the point where they will really do a lot of things that you do.
Right.
And it's like, why don't you rather just do what you want to do?
But think about even in this moment where so many people will get like jealous or vindictive of the things that you're doing. But I think to bring it all around, right? And to be specific about everything and to be real and genuine, I just feel like you have to be there for yourself.
Amen.
And fuck them people.
Amen.
Because them people gonna be them people, and them people gonna be in them situations for a long time, and they ain't got nothing to do with you.
It don't.
So I think in friendships, I'm very genuine. In relationships, I am childish and toxic, and I know it. But that's either here nor there. I just want to say, stay strong for yourself, be there for yourself, and don't let nobody take you for granted, and don't take nobody for granted because we ain't here for that long. But I'm gonna close this out. And I want to say thank you to Bree for coming back for another episode. And I appreciate you. And for anything deep I'm going to ever talk about ever in my personal life, this one going to sit right here. And we're going to talk about it, and he's going to be here again.
And that's just on
So Bree, please join us again. And I thank you and I love you.
I love you too, Yada.
Guys,
and I want to say this before we close out too, Yada.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you this man is phenomenal, y'all.
Thank you.
He has been through some things.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even half of what we even have to talk about.
No.
Or what he even stated.
No.
But y'all.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
It's been a lot. Thank you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome, Yada.
And also I wanted to tell people why you call me Yada, because like anybody that knows me from I think 16,
yes,
like that age group, they call me Yada because my biological name is Kenyatta.
Yes.
So they all call me Yada. So that's why they call me Yada. Yeah. But that's a little confusing for some people.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. See, I'm so like it's like a regular conversation. So
yeah,
I'm like,
because
Yada.
you know me. Anytime it's Yada, you know me from a childhood. But if you know me as Ken Butler, you know me from this industry shit. Yeah. If you know me as Ken, whatever, it's But anyway, I love you guys. See you guys later. Let's put the fingers up. All right. Thank you guys. I'll see you next week. Or, I'm going to keep it up. Consistency is key. Consistency. We'll be back.
Consistency is key.
I'll be back. See you guys.
All right. Come on. That's it.
All right. That's it.
Oh, that was nice. I'm happy this is actually, everything is done.
Everything is done. All righty. We're done.
I have somebody that I would really love you to meet.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a show that I work here for almost 2 years now. His name is Billy, 25 and Over Club.
Okay.
I just feel like maybe you guys would just click in some kind of way.
Absolutely.
What did I tell you? Absolutely. I said when you do